gets overlooked so much. When you look at the great defenders, they're great because they stay low to the ball. You know what I mean? They're able to run extremely low to the ground, which allows them to what? To get down. You know what I mean? That way you can wait till the last possible minute. You know what I mean? You can wait till the last possible second. The biggest problem with defenders that I see is they go down too early. Even if it's straight, even if it's lined up, and you've got it lined up and you know that it's, don't go down unless you're at least within 10 feet of it. You know what I mean? Even if it's rolling right at you, don't go down too early. Man, you take a bad hop, you take yourself right out of play. So in order to do that, just get low, man. Get real low. Get your butt low as you can to where you can hit the ground in a millisecond, man. You know what I mean? You know, in Isaiah, you want to go head first, not feet first. You know what I mean? You want to try to train your body to go head first. You got a better chance of not knocking it away from yourself or another player. You know?
So it's better to go head first.
It's better to go head first. We really teach against that. We got guys that, they're just dead set against going head first, on one side. Maybe they've had a shoulder injury or whatever. So there are exceptions, but we're teaching it's head first, head first, head first. So there are some drills that you can do to improve when you go down. And one of them is just the hands drill. And that's simply, Jim, just get them all out the line, bring one guy 20 foot forward of the line, and throwing balls 10 feet to the left and right, and not going down. Just scoop it with their hands. You know what I mean? Throw it to where it'll end up going by them about 20 to 30 feet. Not one that stops right at them. No room service. But just roll it, just roll it by them, where it'll finish 30 feet away from them. But use that drill to where they have to go and get it with their hands. It's just called the hands-only drill. You know what I mean? The other one is a stay-low drill. You'll throw it even further away from it. When they're running, make damn sure that they're as low as they can possibly go and move effectively. You know what I mean? There's a balance there. You can run faster, obviously, when you're a little bit more upright. You don't have to be super fast in this sport, man. You just have to be clean. You know what I mean? In order to be clean, you can't go down early. You know what I mean? And the other part of that is that those bouncers. Some people are just so good at those bouncers, you know what I mean? I don't have that. I've practiced my whole life, and I'm more of an outfielder. But those midfielders, Danny Fabiano, Mike Finn, Dave Bennett, these are guys that feel the ball kind of in an upright position on the bouncers. So, you always want to teach the proper form. Does everybody know what the proper form is? Kind of looks like a banana. You know what I mean? So, and then the tips of the banana are close to the home plate, right? That way it kind of funnels it to your waist, right? So the perfect form is kind of like a banana, and it's okay to put your hands in front of your face. I don't want to get hit with the ball. You guys don't either. You know what I mean? So put your upper arm, protect your face and your chin with your bicep to your upper arm. You know what I mean? Put your arms out, and protect your face with that. Make kind of a banana position.
But you don't want your legs to be straight, do you?
You kind of want your legs to be a little bit bent towards home plate, kind of in a banana,
like a C,
yeah, like a C, kind of like a, not quite a C, but like a, V. It's like a less than greater than sign. I mean, I don't know if that makes more sense.
V, a sideways V.
Parentheses.
Parentheses,
All those curves.
That's the proper form to be. You know what I mean? But sometimes when that ball is bouncing, if you're in that proper form, it's going to bounce over. You know what I mean? And so that's where, if you got guys that position themselves upright naturally, then encourage that. Teach that part of it. Now on the slow, easy grounders, they got to know that the form has got to be in whatever we were just talking about, banana, C. But if it's bouncing, get on your knees, man. Knock it down with your chest if you know it's bouncing. You know what I mean? Encourage that. If we see somebody that does that, we encourage them to get better at doing that thing. If you see somebody going to the ball with their hands, that's good. Encourage that. Now you still have to coach them on the proper form. They can't field every ball with their hands. That's ridiculous. But if you see them doing that, encourage that, because that's a skill. That's your point guy. You know what I mean? That's your point guy. Not a lot of territory to cover. You close that down, and then you figure out who can do what well, and and that's how you determine on where they're playing. You know what I mean? Your outfielders are real good at the rollers. It's important that they get the rollers back there. The bouncers are 10% chance at that. You know what I mean? But the thing is, on defense, you have a chance at every ball. Period. You guys have a chance at every ball. There's not a play out there that you can't make. If there is, then you don't have your guys positioned properly. You know what I mean? There are some exceptions that, 170 foot down the line, if you got somebody, within reason. But in practice, when you guys are doing your 6 second, which, coach's first players thing, cut that down. Cut that down to 5 3/4, 5 1/2. How long gets there? 5 1/2. Like every one of them. You know what I mean? So if you're planning on 6, quit doing that. You know what I mean? You can't beat Austin by pick the ball up in 6 seconds unless they're starting, the bottom half. Their top half. Everybody gets there 5 1/4. You know what I mean? So cut that down a little bit. But then, seriously, every ball is fieldable. Treat it like that. Expect yourself to make that play. Expect your teammates to make that play. Hey, you might say, but we're not elite. How can we do that? Well, you can be. You made that play one time, you can do it again. So keep working on it. And if you, as coaches, when a ball scores, talk about it. Find out why. What happened? Did the spotter make a mistake? Be honest with yourselves about why y'all didn't make that play. Talk about it. What do you have to do to get better? You know what I mean? And it's okay to talk about it. It's okay to fail. Everybody's going to fail. You know what I mean? Nobody has a shutout in every game. You're going to fail. Expect you to make that put out. But talk about it. Why didn't we make that play? Man, I didn't get there. You know what I mean? I just couldn't get there. I got a late start. Practice that. Run that same play again, coach. You know what I mean? If you misses a ground ball right from the middle that ends up at 80 feet, and 2 people are looking at each other, stop. Stop the practice. Find out why. Find out who's responsible for that ball. Fix it right there. Make it to where everybody understands that it's okay that they scored, but it's not acceptable that they do it again. You know what I'm saying? Expect that of yourself. And you'll be surprised once you make that switch between, they scored, let's get the next one. Bullshit. You need to find out why. And talk about it. Be really serious about getting that next one. You know what I mean? But it's just that competitive advantage that you guys have in practice. You know what I mean? Yeah.